Welcome to the MPE Vision Podcast. Our topic for the day is Mr. O'Shea Jackson Sr., aka Ice Cube. Now, we're going to start on a positive note. O'Shea Jackson, Mr. Ice Cube, is one of the prolific rappers of all time. Great storyteller, great lyricist, he is in my top 10. It used to be in my top 5, but then we had DMX and Jay-Z came out. But Mr. O'Shea Jackson Senior, Ice Cube is you can't deny his rapping ability, dog. So stop it. But he has a production production company called Cube Vision. I love all of his movies. All his movies are great. People try to talk about his acting ability, whatever. The dude is awesome. But it's a flip side. This guy started off with a group named NWA. Now, NWA, I used to could not stand their ass. Because, like I say, Jungle Brothers, you know what I'm saying? X-Clan, you know what I'm saying? Kid and Play, fun raps. Well, X-Clan and Jungle Brothers, they were more political. But then we had the Salt and Peppers, the Kid and Play, and of course my boy Will Smith. You know, we had all the fun stuff. But then it got dark and serious. Now, Ice-T was a part of that. And how I got involved with Ice-T, not involved, but I kind of fell on Ice-T because it was a lady named Ice Cream Tea. That was the rebuttal for Will Smith's Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble. And then she had one called Boys Ain't Nothing But Trouble. So I started liking the Boys Ain't Nothing But I love both of them. And then all of a sudden, Ice-T. They came out around about the same time. Anyway, you see, I got a mixed match. Anyway, Ice-T always had a cause and effect. Like I said, High Rollers is one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. And the cinematography, everything about it. And then when you see that gun pointing to his head, it shows a cause and effect. The High Roller video, it looked pretty, it looked nice while you were doing it, but hey, cause and effect. Well, NWA, it was like it was reckless. I got a shotgun with a 48 buckshot, boom, boom, boom. But yeah, I was gunning. See the niggas running. It was like reckless. So that's why I say what I say. Because at this time, in 1987, the one thing we had crack cocaine. Now, back then, we didn't call it crack, we called it rock. Like I said a year ago, I said, well, what's your mama doing eating rocks? That was a drug, I found out. Then you saw the dope boys, you saw the cars, you saw the booming systems, you saw the 310s in the back, 12s. Yeah, everything started to change. And if you don't believe me, look at Alonzo Williams, who called himself the Godfather of rap. He says it. It's like back in the day, like back in the 70s, he wore a suit to work because he owned his own club. Then he went from 1986, 87, he had to start wearing jeans and what's the name because people was ready to fight. Then he talks about the difference between before NWA, after NWA. He says that, boom, this is LA, this is Compton now. Look at Alonzo Williams' interviews, please, if you don't believe me. He says, boom, back in the day, it was like they've always had gangbangers. I'm talking about LA. He said it was a certain percentage though. It was 15% gangbangers. Regular people was like 60%. Time NWA came out, it was 70% gangbangers, 30%. I may not accurate on the numbers, but look at the Alonzo Williams interviews. They're great. I connected with Mr. Orlando Williams because those were people that my uncle would hang out with, people like that. Cats who was fresh and fly, who just wanted to mess with chicks. That's all they wanted to do. Every now and then they get in a fight, and that was it. But the NWA concept, it changed everything. We cannot deny the negative impact that this gangster rap had on the black community. We can't deny it. We could try, but we cannot deny that. But you can't deny Ice Cube vision and Ice Cube itself. Dude is awesome. He may not be everybody's choice of actor, but he has great movies. The Friday franchise is awesome. He has great music. And see, the reason why I'm picking out Ice Cube out of all the rest of them, once he left NWA and went to and 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 went on his own and went with the Bomb Squad and one of my other favorite rap groups, Public Enemy, that was another one I never really talk about much, but Public Enemy was another one of my favorite rap groups where he started to become more conscious and it's like you started to see the change in him. But then after that, guess what happened? Came to find out that after that, he went with West Coast Connection. West Coast Connection, he started throwing the gang signs, started doing crip walking. Now, I understand that when y'all see, I didn't have to I grew up with some of the stuff, but I ain't grew up with gangs like that. We had little bitty little street sets, but it wasn't like no Bloods and Crips at the time. I'm talking about Chattanooga. So I can understand you being in your neighborhood and that's what you're around. Because I found out that's what Ice Cube, he grew up within that neighborhood. But you all know before he even went to NWA, where was he going? To architectural school. What does that mean? Architecture, physics, probably a little bit of chemistry, like hard classes, calculus, all that. So let you know, Ice Cube, he was smart. And you could tell by the way his business acumen and the way he moves. The man is smart, you know. So not taking nothing from Ice Cube, but we cannot deny the negative impact of gangster rap. Check out the Alonzo Williams interviews again. Check them out. Because now we got the Pookie. Because back in the day, you couldn't call somebody a nigga. You couldn't call nobody a thug. You couldn't call nobody a hoodlum. That's when I really stopped messing with Tupac. When he broke my heart, man. When he had Thug Life on his chest, I just stopped listening to his music. And that was the album called Strictly for My Niggas, the one that I bought. After that, I ain't buy no more else until way after he was deceased. Because I couldn't stand it. Because, just like you say, you trying to chill. You couldn't go to the Mercury building and fight. You couldn't go to the couldn't go to the skating ring, fight. You couldn't go nowhere. It's always a damn fight. I was a dancer trying to dance, chill, mess with chicks. Then chicks start liking the hood dudes. So yeah, it really, 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 really messed up a lot of shit. But nobody wants to talk about it but me. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, so you see I got the all black on representing the dark side of rap. I love it though. I love the beats. I still listen to my Death Row. The beats are crazy. The music is crazy. I'm not gonna deny that. But it did have a negative impact on the black community. So, O'Shea Jackson Sr., you're a great movie. You're a great movie. You make great movies. One of the greatest rappers, but you gotta face that, bro. You gotta face it. You got positive and it was negative. Like, but when you start with the West Side Connection throwing them gang signs and doing that crip walk, I was like, damn. Thought homeboy changed, bro. But that's all I got. It's another conversation with the MPE Vision Podcast. All right. Pick up the Ice Cube, man. Peace.